Let me tell you how I got into the prophetic. I didn't used to prophesy or do, I could, you know, word of knowledge here and there, but it was not to that extent. One night I was watching the video of William Branham, a man that had been so criticized by the body. People criticized him that at the end of his life he went into heresy. Yes, truthfully speaking, there were adjustments, things here and there that I personally have reservations about. You see, the ability to adapt is your proof of honor. You must adapt to people's weaknesses and limitations. Elijah was a temperous man, but Elisha endured it to receive the grace. Waiting for perfect vessels to transfer grace for you, you will never find one. Adaptation is proof of honor. There were many things that were done by the great prophet that I have reservations for. I may not bring them to the ministry, but that's too small a reason to not open up my heart and receive. When I returned back, the dimension of the miraculous that I stepped into surprised me. I said, what is this? It's amazing how easy your life can be when the grace that sponsors that result comes on you. And it is amazing how hard your life can be when the grace that is allocated for the result you seek is not on you. We're wrapping up. I'm praying 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and we're done. But it's important to establish this so that the prayer will be able to find a place in our hearts. Jehovah will be your everlasting light. He'll be your glory, your strength, and your sight. The light of the moon will be like the light of the sun, and the light of the sun will shine 7 times as bright. When Yahweh binds up the wounds of this world, He heals all the bruises inflicted by this world. Hallelujah. I started singing that song because I'm seeing the vision of a man of God on his knees now. I'm seeing the vision of a man of God. You are a preacher, and I'm seeing you on your knees crying and saying, Lord, I've desired an impartation. I want you to know that your life is about to change. Please give me a little warning. You see, when I was watching William Branham, and I was just looking, he was an interview just like this, and I stayed with my heart broken. I said, God, look at this servant of yours. How come people cannot see the compassion and the humility? Listen, don't criticize a man until you know the weight of what he is carrying. There are ministers you are seeing, the burden and the grace upon their life is heavy. Pray for them, don't talk about them until you can. Look at Moses. Was carrying a dimension and was quiet. A part of his spirit came on 70 elders and none of them could stand. That's what one man was carrying. So when you are talking about people, the attacks that come to their life, have the fortitude to discern the burden and the grace that is upon them. When I looked at William Branham, do you know, even the modern day prophetic, there are few people who have come close. It's just that they did not have the opportunity to capture these things. As I was watching him with humility, this is what happened to me. Suddenly, I felt like oil from my head. My eyes were teary, and it started going down my body. Cold sensation, like I was in a fridge. I said, what is happening? It started going down. It took like 30 minutes and then it just left. The next meeting I went to, and the heavens opened. Lord, what is this dimension you are bringing me into? Oh no. I remember when I went to pay for 2 women, they were buying sugarcane or something, I can't remember, and I told one of the women, for some reason I was drawn in my spirit. I said, these mothers, I may not have much to help them, But I said, can I sow into their lives? And I said, please, the woman was trying to lose her wrapper to pay. I said, this is a mother like me. Let me honor this woman. And then I began to, I brought out 100 naira, I think, and I paid for them. Pastor, when I did that, the women began to bless me. Frail mothers. And one of them looked at me and said, my son, forever walk upon gold. So when I say I'm a product of many anointings, it is true. A product of many anointings. I had the opportunity, by the grace of God and the privilege of God's grace, to honor the man that began the first official mentor in my life that I shared with you, that began to train me in the seminary. I had the opportunity a few days ago to search for him and to honor him. And I told him, after many decades, what you have done still stands. And I am grateful to return back. No matter what I've become today, I know you are an old man there, but I want you to know that I am wise enough to return to you to say, God bless you. And he sent a text and began to prophesy. This is how we rise, by discernment. Emoji will destroy us, and you may not backslide, but you will camp at a level. You will keep preaching things you cannot defend. The grace dimension to defend your spiritual propositions is not there. And this is a generation that needs proofs. When I came to you, I did not come with the excellency of speech, he says, but in the demonstration of power, that your faith would not rest upon the eloquence, the wisdom, Sophia of men, but upon the power of God. So I'm about to pray. I do not stand to one who is the absolute custodian of the grace of God in the body. That would be flattery and that would be foolishness. But I can tell you one thing, I come as one who is a privileged steward of the mysteries of the kingdom for this generation.